we are opening calmer and higher across the board. Relief perhaps to some after the worst sell-off on Friday for the S&P and the NASDAQ since Liberation Day, early April. And there's the opening bell. You know, we should mention, Jim, that we are still in the middle of a government shutdown. I didn't see any movement toward trying to fix this or reopen the government over the weekend as President Trump is in Jerusalem today announcing the historic peace deal with the 20 hostages being returned home to their families. But, you know, we don't get the government data, but we are going to get a lot of Fed speak this week. And we're also going to get bank earnings, which kick off tomorrow. J.P. Morgan, Wells Fargo, Citi, Goldman Sachs are all going to be reporting.
Yeah, look, I'm glad you mentioned what I regard as the real economy and the real stocks, because we tend to forget that there's a huge part of the GDP and huge part of the S&P that has nothing to do with the things we've been talking about. And the fact is that we didn't even mention that President Trump had an historic meeting today with the Knesset. We didn't mention that the J.P. Morgan has this $1.5 trillion initiative. And we haven't talked about the government shutdown because I just think there's no movement whatsoever. It's incredible. I mean, there's a lot of things that you just can't do and are not getting done in the country right now.
Yeah, and you wonder where the sense of urgency is going to come from, because it sounds like President Trump is going to make special exceptions so that the military gets paid, that October 15th deadline for folks in the military not getting paid. It doesn't look like there's a lot of common ground. So, you know, as far as how investors are looking at all that, we're supposed to get a CPI report this week. That's going to be delayed.